It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hey everyone, Steph Beckett here for another episode of rAVe TV. We're here on the CEDIA Expo CIX show floor. It is day 3. I'm joined with Paul Hales of Pro Audio Technology. First of all, how are you?
I'm tired. How are you?
Yeah, pretty tired. So you have been in your demo room pretty much the whole show.
That's right.
So tell me a little bit about the demo that you have here.
Yeah, so a lot going on. I think we're showing 12 new products for the first time here.
Okay.
We're a small
Only
team.
12?
Only 12, yeah. So I've been busy. So on the Pro side, some exciting news. Pro is celebrating its 20th anniversary.
Yes.
So we had what we called our 20th anniversary rager on Thursday evening.
I did
party.
come to that. That was so fun.
It was. It turned out great. We had fun. A lot of industry friends. We had, the press there. We had other manufacturing partners there and stuff. So that was good. And then we launched 5 new commercial models for Pro Audio Technology. So
Hey,
Pro's
that's
entering
awesome.
into the commercial segment.
Hey, that's really awesome. So tell me a little bit about what your goal was to accomplish for this show.
Well, we wanted to establish theory where we were trying to put theories at the premium end of the market, and so we wanted to make sure we solidified that position. And we introduced a new product in a new category, landscape, that's quite exciting. They're like no one else's landscape speakers, and so we were able to do that, and we did it in kind of a fun way. We concealed the speakers, played them, and then revealed after the fact that you're listening to garden speakers, and people's heads exploded.
That's awesome. I can't wait to come see that demo later.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what it's like entering into the commercial market.
Well, so we've always been sort of both.
Right.
And we started at CEDIA 4 years ago, and then we also added Infocom as a second show for the commercial folks in 2023. So we've kind of been doing both, and the products are compatible with both market segments, which kind of makes us unique.
Mm-hmm.
Most manufacturers have separate products.
Yes.
Ours are the same.
Do you feel like it's better that way because if an integrator from either side knows your product, if they happen to get a job that's on the other side, they know just the product to use?
That's exactly right. They can have it in the warehouse, and if they get a commercial job, they can use it, and if they have a residential job, they can use it.
Do you think that you see our industry moving forward in that way in general, as integrators are kind of not fully residential or not fully commercial?
Yeah, I mean, we are hearing that from our customers, that they are getting more commercial jobs on the residential side, so resi-mercial, as it were. And I interview the room at each demo, and I say, you guys get commercial projects? And they put their hands up, and it's usually about half or so.
Okay,
and
cool.
I think that's growing.
Yeah, do you think, in your opinion, I've been asking everyone this, do you think it's more residential coming into commercial or more commercial coming into residential?
It's a good question. I would say probably, and because we're mostly interacting with the residential guys right now, our feedback is mostly from them, but it seems to me like there's more, restaurants and bars and little commercial spaces, retail stores that are reaching out to the residential guys.
Resi-mercial, as we like to call it now.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. I like everything that you guys are doing. Congratulations on 20 years old. That's a big year. So,
thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
We're going to be able to drink legally next year.
What's the next show for you guys?
So we're going to we might make it to ISE. We're still trying to figure that out. And if not, it'll be Infocom 2025, and then, of course, CEDIA 2025.
All right. Well, Paul, it was very nice meeting you. I can't wait to come check out your demo later. Thank you so much for being on rAVe TV today.
Yeah, thank you.
Last question for you. Where can people find more information about Pro Audio Technology?
Okay, so our trade show booth here on the floor is 1943. And downstairs we're in High Performance Audio Room 202.
Awesome. Well, Paul, thank you so much. Have a good rest of the show, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay, hi everyone. I don't know if you guys recognize my next guest. This is Emily Dean, our Director of Marketing. Hi Emily, how are you?
I'm well, Steph. How are you?
Doing well. So you have experienced the show in a very different way than I have. I have had editorial appointments where I've gone and people have walked me through their booths. I've gotten to ask questions, but you've kind of had to experience it from like shorter, social, like easier tidbits for people to like quickly watch online.
Yep.
What are some things that you have picked up on from kind of running all over the show floor.
Yeah.
Are there any trends you've noticed?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been, as you said, kind of experiencing the show from a social lens, making sure that we're putting out as much good quality content that we can for the folks at home, and then also for people who are looking at the social channels to see like what's on the floor and what they may have missed. Some trends I've seen. Lighting is a huge focus on this year's show floor. There's so many lighting companies. There's a lot of innovations in lighting, both indoor and outdoor.
Commercial and residential.
Exactly, yes. And so that's kind of where that you're seeing that bridge. The lighting, it like makes it fun because we're stuck in this, not stuck, but we're in this convention center, but then you go around and you see these warm lights, you see the cool lights, you see the color lights. I was able to get a quick demo from the guys over at WAC Lighting, and Aspire is the company that they've created for their lighting specifically. And he was just walking me through the different ambiances, the different color temperatures, and really kind of talking about completing people's circadian rhythms and how important that is. It's something that you don't think about really as much from a commercial side, so that was interesting to see. And then also, obviously, audio, security, AI integrations are other big trends on the show floor. And then the advances in display technology. I mean, we're standing here in front of LG. They've got their entire OLED everything. Sony's got their CLED. Samsung has their QLED and other technologies that they're showing. And then
huge frame section at the Samsung booth. Did they come out with some? I think they come out with something new for the frame this year, but I haven't gotten over to check it out yet.
We'll have to go over there and check it out. And then there's other display companies, just video walls, and then a couple others that I'm sure we have shot videos of. So
Quantum Media, if you've heard of them, they came out with a huge DV LED that's meant to go in your home theater. And this is so interesting because these are for the type of clients that are so different from the commercial side, because the commercial side, they just have such a strict budget. And a lot of times, because it's like you're putting this into a corporate office, this is just what the budget is. They decide that at the beginning of the year. But for residential, these clients are very often, depending on who they are and what they want, money's no object. This is what I have as my vision, and it's up to you to make it happen.
And speaking of that, speaking of home theater and the design, I was able to speak with Rich Charshan, who is the author, one of the main authors. He collaborated with a bunch of other industry professionals, well-known industry professionals, on this book, Home Theaterology. That's a mouthful. But he was talking about, I mean, in this book, it features 15 of like some of the most magnificent / insane / creative home theater designs. It also provides education for people reading the book, and it took him 4 years to complete. And so I think that's something that's really cool, and his main message is really just support this channel, support home theater design, and don't be, if you have the means or if you have the opportunity to create a home theater, really do it with purpose.
It's not for the DIY folks. But I was talking with Tim Albright earlier today, and he went to the Quantum Media Breakfast yesterday, and he was saying that one of the clients who had installed this basically was like, I want a home theater in my penthouse apartment in New York City, and I paid so much for my view, I don't want to have to put shades down over my entire windowed penthouse when I watch a movie. I just want it to be that bright.
Oh my gosh.
So it was literally one of those things where like, don't talk to me about the money. Money's no object. Here is my vision. You make it happen. So I've noticed that a lot of the CIs who have come into this industry with purpose, which is also very different than commercial. If you ask a commercial integrator how they ended up in their job, it's going to be like this very long, windy story of like, oh, I did this and then I just kind of fell into it. With CIs, I feel like it's so much of I really love DV LED. I really love home theaters. I really love audio, and I built this from completely nothing because I wanted to.
Yeah.
They're tinkerers. They're just big nerds who just really, really like this stuff and wanted to make a job out of it. So I feel like there's a lot more almost passion in the projects and the products and from the vibe of the people that I have seen on the show floor.
Yeah, absolutely. And the show's been really upbeat. I mean, it's been busy. The day 3 is still busy with people walking around and looking at all of the...
You guys saw someone walk in front of us. This is a literal line to get into Sony's booth to go check out its bravia demo. So, like, trust, there's still things happening even though it's on Saturday of the show. So, very exciting. I am going to go check out some of the demos for myself today. You know how we just we don't ever have a minute to do that. So today is my day to go stand in the lines, do a few of the demos, really listen and kind of dig in and see what I think for myself.
Awesome.
So I'm excited.
Well, enjoy stuff.
Thank you so much, Emily. It was good getting to talk to you.
You too.
All right, I'm going to head over to the Leon booth because I want to go get in their Airstream. Hey everyone, joined by Jeff Day of Leon. First of all, how has the show been for you?
Oh my gosh, it's been insane. This has been a record show for us, and day 1 was like the best day that we've ever had at any CEDIA ever. And
That
we've
is
been
so
doing this
good
for a
to hear.
while, so
That's awesome.
yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what's going on behind us, because y'all's whole thing is technology should be beautiful. Like, why shouldn't it?
Yeah, you know, technology should be beautiful because if you go back in time, everything was really designed to last 100 years. And if you really go back to like the advent of the first TVs, they looked beautiful. And somewhere along the line, we kind of lost our sense of style on the TV. We haven't lost our sense of style, but we've really gotten into huge, giant squares with mismatched speakers and things like that. So what we're showing here today at CEDIA is how you can bring style back to those TVs. And all of that was really started by Samsung initially with the frame TV. I think a lot of people thought that was a fad initially, but it's a real trend. And what we're looking at here in our booth is what that looks like around a Samsung, what it looks like around an LG ultra thin, and even a Sony studio frame right here. So it's exciting. It's a good time. It's really fun to see style coming back to TVs.
I don't know, I think I forgot to tell you this yesterday, but I do a tour of historic homes in Raleigh, North Carolina every year.
Oh my God.
And in every historic home, they either have a frame or one of these. Because who wants a big black box in their gorgeous home with original everything from like the 1800s? They want it to look like this to go with the rest of their home.
I think you just hit a key point. Number one, I'm coming to North Carolina because I want to go on your tour. You're invited to Detroit. We do the same thing. We go wander around. But I think what's important, and what we're hearing, is the consumer says, when my TV is turned off, it needs to be art. I don't want it to just be a square. So that is really, really, fueling this opportunity that's right now. And it's going to be this way for many years to come. So it's exciting to see, TVs coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love that you guys answered, okay, but what do I do with my sound bar then?
Yes, so if you frame, then you have the perfect lean into the matched aesthetic. So what we have here behind me, behind us, is what we call the Leon look. So imagine what a mid-century modern console looked like back in the day. It was like a very specific look. Sometimes they were on pedestal legs or they used different materials. When we do a detached soundbar from a TV, that's a really cool, non-giant entertainment center look. And it doesn't have to be that way, but we like it. So we call it the Leon look. And the cool part about it is you can take that frame and you can match it perfectly and customize, personalize your grills.
And of course, we have the Leon Airstream over here. I think a tour just went in there right now, but I am also excited to get a chance to go in here because you guys have decorated it immaculately.
We have, Let's go take a tour here in just a second. But as we get ready to go into the design studio, I think a really big part of it is how you think about style. So if you're an integrator and you're like, hey, I can tell you all about the technology, what do I do when it comes to your couches, your carpets, your wall treatments, and your window treatments? I think that the opportunity for the dealer community is when you think about window treatments, you're going to have shades and curtains. Well, what are we going to do for TV treatments? So let's go inside the design studio and check it out.
Sounds good. Come on, everybody.
Watch your head.
Yeah, let me not fall. that would be good TV, though.
Absolutely.
All right.
Welcome, Steph. We are in the Leon Design Studio, 1967 Airstream.
Yeah, we were in a time capsule.
That's right. It's like a whole vibe in here. So this is literally a 1967 Airstream. We've done a few things to modify it. The axle underneath us allowed it to get from Detroit to Denver. But we actually put a little bit of insulation in here. But what we're focused on right now is how do you start a design conversation? It has to start with some inspiration. And what we have here are different artifacts from that period. And I always like to look at some of these things like, here's one of my favorites. Check this out. This is a Toshiba portable radio. I mean, come on. Look at that grill. It's gorgeous. You know, and I even look at some of these other elements like a radio that was designed to be worn around your neck. I mean, this is not a Halloween costume. It's like got heft to it. But when we're talking design with our customers, we're looking at inspiration of the colors, the forms, and this is what the dealer was selling in 1967. It was walnut, trim, grills. This is a Sony radio, and it was the height of style. So I want to bring that into the modern space now when we're talking about customization. We like to use the word personalization, and we come right over here to the Leon Design Studio where we're leading a conversation around what does your living room look like. Now I know you've got a unique space.
I do.
Let's talk about your house for a moment.
My 650 square foot studio apartment.
Your studio apartment that's all pink, right?
Yeah, all pink.
Yeah, so you've got like some very unique style that you want to carry through. So we look at it, and the first conversation I'm going to have with you is, what is a really good color and finish to go with that pink? It might be white, it might be an oak, it might be even a grill fabric that's going to pop with it. So what we're showing here today at CEDIA is our new virtual planning tool for those spaces. So what we have right here is we can choose your style of TV, a Sony, a Samsung, or possibly a Leon. Let's go into that studio frame for a second. Let's imagine that this is your 600 square foot. There's going to be some pink in here, right, somewhere. But let's go with a black grill, and let's play around with changing the color of that grill cloth. What if we want to just go traditional black, or we want to go more of like a gunmetal? You know what I like about this is I can actually visualize matching the grill to the pillows and even to the different pieces that are in the room, complementing the other pieces. I like that black frame matched with those black frames and that other side. What if you want to go a little higher style? You know, let's go with an oak. Let's check out a different contrasting grill. And now we can really have a design-centric conversation around bringing back these styles, these on-wall consoles, and all this other good stuff. Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Your room?
I'm ready to do my room.
Should we say like move that bus? Like we're gonna come down North Carolina. We'll do like the extreme makeover.
Extreme
Steph Beckett edition.
Exactly. No, I'm so excited.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah. This, you know, you can't fake the style. You can't fake the vibe. You know, it's even a little musty in here. That's appropriate for the space. Yeah. And you know, that's the message. That's the word we're taking out to the world.
Well, I'm a huge fan, as you know. So congratulations on a really successful show. Love everything you guys are doing, and I really think y'all are set to change the game and really get integrators into a design thinking that they're not currently at.
Well, that's exact. We always say lead by design, and the theme on our booth is leave nothing unfinished. Right. So that is the financial opportunity for the integrator. Don't leave anything unfinished. Start with the frame, match it, enhance it, and that's what we're doing here. So thanks, Steph. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, everybody, and thanks for watching rAVe TV. This has been rAVe TV at CEDIA Expo, CIX 2024. Bye.
Hi, this is Gary Kayye, and as Steph said, I'm going to do a show floor tour for you down the center part of the entrance of the show. We're going to start on the far left corner. So if you walked in the door, if you kind of shoot back that way, Abby, if you'll shoot the camera back that way here, we're going to do a live show floor tour. We're going to walk down that main aisle right there, and I'm going to show you all the big booths that are here at the show floor. But I wanted to start here at SoundTube, and I wanted to start at SoundTube intentionally because SoundTube is one of those companies that has bridged to Pro AV in the home AV market. But what's new about them is they were the first audio speaker company to integrate network connections into their speakers. Now they've added Dante, so they not only have network speakers, they have Dante speakers, which will have an impact on both the commercial and the home market, because obviously more home companies are going to start doing Dante as well. And we're seeing Dante. We've been in the commercial for, 500 brands worth of product companies out there using Dante. Now we're seeing it in the home market. Origin Acoustics added Dante as an example. So let's push on by here. There's a couple of really cool companies that a lot of us in the commercial side don't get to see very often. I wanted to show you this company, Sura. And I'm not even sure that I'm pronouncing the name of the company properly, but they have this kind of unique, you talk about a niche product, they have a niche product. This is a television built into a mirror. And they've been doing these things for like 2 decades now. But if you want, like this is like a fitness center in your house and you want a TV built into the mirror, that's a really cool niche. I love this niche. Bathrooms, check this out. If you always wanted a TV in your bathroom but didn't have the space for it, you can integrate it into the mirror when you're getting ready in the morning. And they have 4K resolution TVs built into any style of mirror, not just rectangular, but all the different form factors. They have TVs built into all of them. I think that's kind of cool. Planar is here showing their outdoor display technology as well as their indoor LED technology. And of course, you've seen them at ISE and Infocom before. The Direct Light Pro series is here. The Direct Light Ultra series, which is the fine pitch micro LED, is there, and they have now an outdoor version of that as well. Crestron is here. Now, when you first walk into the show, the 2 booths you split are Crestron and Sony. So those are the 2 first booths you come to. Let's just walk through the Crestron booth and see what they're focusing on. Crestron does both commercial and residential, as you very well know, but they're at this show mostly focused on the residential stuff. Here's their the compatibility with all the different third-party door lock systems. They're showing that here. They're showing their shading and lighting control systems. If you look at that, they've got a nice demo of this, not only lighting control, but also control of the lighting mechanically. Those go up and down. They're showing off their new OS 4, which is their new operating system for the home products. They're showing their ecosystem and how they have a whole bunch of partners here, but not a lot of people in the commercial market know them for shading and lighting control as much as they do know them for control of AV systems, but they're showing their entire line here. Like I said, some commercial stuff here, but mostly residential, obviously. And so here's the NVX, which is their AV over IP platform, which, they're showing it in a commercial application, bar, restaurant, but of course it's also going to be used in the home as well. All right, let's head on over to Sony. Sony introduced some pretty awesome products here at the show. New 4K displays, new 4K Bravias, some with anti-glare, but the newest thing they introduced, there's new AV receivers, are 2 new projectors. And let's see if we can find those. They've got a theater in here, but let's see if they've got a static. They got them in each of the theaters. So we have to go inside the theater. Can we poke our head? I think they'll let us poke our camera in here. Let's see. Can we poke the camera in here just silly?
Well, we don't have anything on.
Oh yeah, nothing's on. Okay, we have to wait for them to do demos to be able to go in there. But here you go. Here you go. 2 new projectors: Projector 8, Projector 9. Both native 4K, not pixel shifting 4K. $15,000 to $17,000. Different brightness, 2,500 to 3,500 brightness. They also now use the Bravia video processing in the projectors. So the same consumer and professional Bravia video processing that you have in the monitors is now in the projectors as well. All right, one last thing I want to show you. Here's their 98-inch display mounted vertically, but you have normal coating on the left, anti-glare coating on the right. I don't know how well that comes across on the screen, but you can see it. There you go. Now you can see it because you can see that there's no light reflection for the rest of the show floor. That's the kind of thing you want in your living room when you have windows behind where you sit, and those windows are being reflected on the screen. LG is here introducing a 110-inch LCD. Of course, they're showing their OLED as well. There's the OLED Evo series displays. There's the largest they're showing out here is an 97. There's a 97. They do have the 110 on the other side. So they're showing OLED and LCD here. Look how black that is. That's the nice thing about it. I like how they're going to black. A lot of times you don't want to show content without content. You don't want to show black. They're doing a good job showing black intentionally because OLED, when it goes black. It's not gray. Smart, very smart. Epson, strictly a projector company. They're showing, they have their own suite where they're showing their home cinema projectors inside of a private suite. You go into a meeting room and see it demonstrated, but here they're showing that they have the projectors and sign up for the suite to go to get the demo, right?
Their demos are downstairs.
That's what I was saying. The demos are downstairs in the suite. Let's see. More, there you go, 98-inch. This is the QNED, which is an LCD technology, not a OLED technology. It's a new line of products from OLED that their big claim to fame with this line is built-in AI. We'll see how that works in the home. Look at the short throw on that projector right there. I believe that is the LG short throw 1080 projector that generates a 90-inch image from 12 inches away from the wall. That's pretty smart. This is EVP screens they're showing in their booth. Sonos, again, another company that's crossed between residential and commercial here. Sonos, known for their iPort product, which is mounting iPads in the wall to be used as controllers, along with speakers. Sonos was the first company to build in-wall speakers for the home 20 years ago, and of course they've got a big line of that now. Sonos, of course, for wireless audio. Bluestream, AV over IP, you know them from the commercial side. RTI, remote control company. Here's Samsung. Let's walk through the Samsung booth really quickly. They'll let us in with a camera. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Let's see. Super big screen. That's funny. Okay, here you go. Here's their demo of glare and anti-glare. So there's non-glare coating, standard coating, OLED displays. Obviously, Samsung's OLED is also made by LG. Here's the frame. They're probably their most famous line of products. The Samsung frame. They're showing in different form factors. Obviously, beautiful, beautiful images. The easel product, the TV on an easel. The favorite of Gen Z. Young millennials and Gen Z love products like this. They, of course, have projectors. They're showing their short throw projectors there. Samsung doesn't make a big deal about their projectors, but they do have projectors. A lot of people don't know that they have projectors. The short throw projectors can generate an image of three different models can generate an image 100-inch image from like 10, 12 inches away from the wall, right? Something like that?
Actually, so in the 9, it's 6 inches to get 130.
6 inches away from the wall to get 130 inch. Excellent. Thank you very much. And those are using DLP technology, obviously. Here's their micro LED, which is always a showstopper in the commercial market. Putting micro LED in your home is still very expensive, but of course there are applications. If you're in the film industry and you want to use your home for dailies, that would be the way to go, right? You get that feel of just like you're in a theater. Let's move on, see what else we see here. Savant. So Savant made their name by being the first control system company that uses a Mac Mini. So it's a Mac OS based control system. And they are only in the home market for the most part, although they do have a commercial line of products coming out next year. But they're a control system company like Crestron in the home market. but everything is driven through a Mac Mini. Very popular in the home. They've got a great user interface, very Apple-like user interface. Let's kind of come around here. Maybe we can catch a glimpse of what it looks like.
So they'll hold your customer's hand.
But they also own GE lighting. They bought GE lighting a couple of years ago. So the CIX lighting system is owned by Savant. They've also added Apple Music integrated naturally into their control system as well. So they've got a lighting control, obviously, because they own GE. They're a brand of Savant now. Here's Universal Remote Control, URC. Probably the company that made most of the remote controls on most of the consumer televisions in the market over the years, branded under each of the television companies, but they've got their own line of products. They're, again, a home automation company. Even their handheld remotes have built-in LCD screens in them, so you can control everything with these. What did I do? There you go. There you go. Kind of cool. They have touchscreen control as well. Beautiful aesthetic to their products. But yeah, what else do we have here? Let's just kind of walk around the edge here. Look at these user interfaces from Black Nova. Look at this. Look at this button panel for running HVAC. So if you have a really high-end home and you want to change the look and the feel and the style, see if you can walk down there and get some of those others. Beautiful touch interfaces. And they're compatible. It looks like they're compatible with all the different major platforms, right? So you can use this interface with Crestron, with Control4, with Lutron, with Savant, all the companies I just took you to, with Legrand as well. So I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty good tour of giving you an idea of what we have here on the show floor here at CEDIA and CIX Expo. You can see they're kind of merged together here. But Steph, I hope you enjoyed this tour as part of rAVe TV, today's episode of rAVe TV. All of our coverage of rAVe TV, or all of our coverage of CEDIA and CIX is available at ravepubs.com. Go there now, or you can go to ravepubs.com/CIX or ravepubs.com/CEDIA to see all of our coverage of each of the shows. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you at ISE.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary.